Hi, I'm Paul Miller with Sunshine Bouquet, and today we're going to talk about taking your bouquets and make them into vase arrangements for your cooler and how to do it fast and quick. I'm going to do 4 different ones here today, but I'm going to tell you when you do these, it's best to do 5 or 6 or 10 at a time. Just take all the bouquets and line them up with the vases already prepared. And for Valentine's Day, we want to prepare as much as possible. If we know that we're going to use this vase for these bouquets, you want to make sure and put the ribbon on way ahead of time. This one is a yard of ribbon. Know exactly how much ribbon you use. Know the cost of the ribbon so you can put that into the cost of the total vase arrangement. So we're going to take 2 smaller bouquets and make them into 1 bouquet in our hand, and we're going to do that with these 2 bouquets. 1, 2. So we're going to make these into 1. I'm going to start with my hand, and I'm going to clean the foliage off. Most important thing, we don't want bacteria. We want it to look good in our cooler. That's the best way to do it. Then we're going to add the other bouquet, put it right next to it. And then we're going to work it in our hand a little bit. Pull up the roses so you can see the dollar value. And you'll still see some Ultramarine here that haven't even started to open yet that will open up and fill the container even more. So then you sort of eye it and see the vase, because you want to make sure this is going to fit in there, and it has roses that everybody feels like that's part of Valentine's Day as a rose. And then we're going to cut them. Remember when cutting the stems, you can always cut them a little bit longer and then cut them again. But if you cut them too short, you cannot add to the stem. We're going to cut these. Make sure you take the binding material off of it. Make sure the water has the floral preservative in. And then we just drop this down in the vase, and you have a beautiful vase arrangement for your cooler. And look at it from the front. You might have to adjust a flower or two, but there you go. That's number 1. Fast, easy. Make sure you put a price tag on it with everything added to it. I just wanted to say this because, I mean, when we go shopping, we don't go to the grocery store and just because we spent $50, the clerk doesn't look at you and go, oh, here, take this. We need to add this to it for free. So by adding flowers that we don't charge for, that's exactly what we're doing. So let's make this. And we talked about bright colors. People like bright colors. The newer, younger generation, and they have all kinds of names, millennials, they don't really necessarily like the red, white, and pink, and lavender. They think of that's not them. They're much more hip and ready for color. So we're going to take this one, pull off the foliage. We're going to make this arrangement, and then we're going to do it in our hand. Some flowers up, some down. Remember, these flowers are beautiful, and a lot of the flowers haven't even opened yet. So you have a nice shelf life for this, and do as many as you can. Now we're going to sort of eye that, keep this like this. And this could be your prep one, and then you have a beautiful vase arrangement with some beautiful bright colors. Now as you're prepping these and making the first one, you decide, maybe I'd like to make that a little bit more expensive. So you're going to add 3/4 of a yard of ribbon, because this is a yard, and so this is about 3/4, so you know exactly, know the cost of the ribbon, and we're going to bring that around. We're not putting a big bow on it, we're just going to add just a little bit to that. The ribbon has the pink and the orange, and then you say, oh, I really think we need to make that a little bit brighter, and I want to make that one a little more expensive, so I'm going to add 2 yellow roses to even make it brighter. And every time you add it, you just go, ka-ching, I'm going to charge more for that one. Made that a little long. Again, you can always cut it a little bit shorter. So now we have another vase for Valentine's Day. A beautiful vase arrangement from a bouquet to a vase arrangement. Now we'll take this vase. We're going to add a bouquet. Oh, everybody loves a pick. Sometimes you can sell bouquets just because of the pick. And there's all kinds of bouquets with picks in. All kinds of picks. So you add that and the cost of a vase, and someone might buy it just because you added that pick. Take this one apart. Taking the foliage off. Fuzzy pick. And we're going to take this one in our hand, and we're going to sort of move those flowers around. And you can do these two ways. When they're small bouquets, sometimes it's easy to do in your hand like this, and then we can cut it and drop it right in. But if it's not too many stems, you can do it this way too. So I want to show you, we've showed you one way, so I'm going to show you another way to do it quite fast. We're going to take each stem, we're going to put it in individually, and just by sort of crossing the stems, this takes a little bit longer, but sometimes for smaller bouquets it works just as well. And the Alstroemeria will really help fill the bouquet in, especially on the sides. You can cut those a little bit shorter. And always think about your inventory on a holiday. What vases do we have left over? It might be red vases left over from Christmas that are solid red that are perfect for Valentine's Day. You might have some pink vases or some in the back. So this is a great way to use up your inventory at this time of year, because we all tend to like to use the new stuff. Another small vase arrangement, and we'll add the pick. And you have another Valentine's Day arrangement, so number 3. And then we'll do one more. This is a little bit larger bouquet. And this one is really easy to do in your hand. The larger they are, the easier they are to do. By pulling some of the lateral flowers out, like the Veronica, makes more of a dimension. And this one we know is going to be a little bit more expensive. I'm going to take some of the foliage off of this, put it down so we can make a beautiful vase arrangement. And it's all costed out perfectly because we know exactly what we put in it. This one I've already figured out that we're going to add 2 roses. Ta-da, is it the right length? Perfect. But I think this one really, I need to cost out 2 more roses in this. So let's add some beautiful pink roses so we can get a little bit more. So there we have a collection of vase arrangements that you've made out of bouquets that you have in the store. One of the great things about the holidays, you can make things really fast by using your bouquets if you feel like your cooler is going to be empty. So now that we have at least 4 different vase arrangements, we have 4 different price points, we're pleased with this, so now we go and make them in multiples. So we have plenty of backup for our cooler to keep it full for all of the Valentine's Day holiday. And remember, it's not just on the 14th. Start pushing that Valentine's week so you can sell more to begin with. And don't save all the good stuff till last, because when you put something out big and beautiful like this, they're going to buy it. Because remember, Valentine's Day is a day that you can really add on sales and make sure every one is priced with everything that's in it. So now you have your vases done, you're ready for a great Valentine's Day.